um, I'm good listener first. Like whatever you are saying, so I'm trying to learn from you. Like
Hmm.
if I want, I try to understand what you are saying, and like I'm trying to note all the things.
See, you are an intermediate. I want to give you a right roadmap here if you want to follow. You are an intermediate. From your talk till now, I have got that you watch movies also mostly in Hindi. You watch podcasts also in Hindi. So how are you learning English? Welcome to the session. Good morning. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well, man. Thank you. How about you?
I'm also doing great. Thank you so much for asking. It seems like I have seen you somewhere. Did you talk to any YouTuber before?
No, ma'am. It's my first conversation with you only.
Okay, maybe you resemble with somebody. That's why I'm just because I consume a lot of content over YouTube and I watch conversational videos a lot. So maybe.
Actually, I have a YouTube channel, ma'am. To making like I'm making there some traveling vlogs. So it's very small channel. Like I have 360 subscriber. Like I like to do. That's why I'm doing. So
Wow.
maybe I've seen something.
And I like the thing that you mentioned. I like to do. That's why I'm doing. Great. So you are following your passion.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, one thing I got to know. And okay, other than that, I would definitely love to know about yourself since we are meeting for the very first time.
Yeah. So my name is Keshav Patel, and I am from Baitul, Madhya Pradesh. And like about my qualification, so I have completed my ITI in surveyor trade. I have completed my diploma in civil engineering, and nowadays I'm pursuing BTech in civil engineering as a final year student. So nowadays my examinations are going, and apart from this, I like to reading books
Hmm.
and planting plants, do gardening, and yeah. And my like short term goal is I want to get a job as a data analyst in IT company, and my long term goal is like I want to become a good speaker, public speaker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great, great. Okay. I hope you achieve your short-term goal as well your long-term goal too. And I think you will be able to because you seem very diligent, dedicated, and hardworking person. Okay. As your hobby, you love reading books and you love planting. Great hobbies. Okay. So may I know about the books? Which is your favorite genre?
Books, ma'am. I'm reading books like that, like personality developments books. So whatever I have read, I love the book which is Atomic Habits.
Hmm. Yeah. So you have read Atomic Habits. So how
Yeah.
Atomic Habit helped you in your personal life, personal growth?
Yeah, it's really very helpful for me, ma'am. Actually, I was the guy who is not organized. Like I have nothing fixed. Sometime like I want to do, but I feel like yeah, let it be. We will do later and all. But
Hmm.
after read that book, like I realized the like power of habits. Like by the small habits, how can we do a big thing? Like by we have seen like if we are earning small amount of money and putting some money in good luck, and after some time, after long time, we have some lot of money. So that kind of thing I have learned from there.
Yeah, yeah. It is actually very helpful and very great book. I have also read the book and I really like that one. So you can even, again read it again and again. It will help you and you will get something new from the book. And
Yeah.
so, may I know the habits that you have incorporated after reading the book?
Ma'am, like, I was aware with pranayam and exercises like my father's do, and they encourage us every day. But I was not so much like want to do. But after read the book, like I realized this small exercise, this small things, if I will apply in my daily life, so it will give me a good result after some time. So nowadays I am doing exercise daily.
Really? Okay, that is one you incorporated. Okay. I have
And
also
apart from this, reading also, like I developed my reading habits also.
reading habit. Yeah. Reading is one thing which will help you a lot in a lot of areas as you want to be a public speaker, good communicator. and then you want to get
Yeah.
a good job, so you will be able to work on your personality too. It will change your personality. Actually, after reading you get knowledge, and once you have
Mm.
knowledge, great command over the language, once you have developed your personality, you feel more confident. So after that, wherever you go in any company, whatever you join, you feel actually confident, and that adds value in your personal life, personal growth. Great one. Okay. Apart from that, any other book, any other, if you can mention any author which you like the most.
Not like that, ma'am. Uh, I don't read lots of books, but nowadays I'm trying to read. So some of books, like one or two books I have read. So another book which is for decision making, it's 4DX, and
Hmm.
also I'm reading Bhagavad Gita nowadays.
Wow, Bhagavad Gita. You are also, I guess, okay, that one who is reading Bhagavad Gita. I want to, but I don't know. I'm not able to get that one and start reading that one. But yeah, I will definitely. Okay. Yeah. So from where did you get this planting hobby? Since childhood you have been doing it, or is there any family member who does that? So you followed him, or how did you get interest in planting, gardening?
Yeah, actually, ma'am, I am belongs from farmer background family. So my father is farmer, so we are our house is in between the farms, and we are completely surrounded by the greeneries. So
Hmm.
from there, no one is there in my family like that, because we are farmers. So we every time we are sowing crops, and so but from last 2 years, this hobby is developed inside me. Like I when I used to live some high tech city, I was used to live in Hyderabad. So there I feel like we are always missing some greenery and some fresh air. So from that place, like I developed that hobby, and whenever I visit to my home, every time I used to plant something.
Okay, so right now are you living outside, far from your family?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm staying in Hyderabad nowadays.
Hyderabad. Okay, okay. Great one then. Okay. So when it comes to planting and all, like if we come from a family or background who already have a lot of the farming and the crops, and also that remains in our blood always, that we love, we enjoy planting. I also come from that family, similar background. Like, yeah. So, okay. So, tell me about something interesting. If you watch any movies on weekends, how do you spend your weekends?
Generally, I used to explore new place, and if I'm not able to go anywhere, I watch Hindi movies.
The movie.
I used to watch everything. Nothing I
Hmm.
want to left. I love drama. I love whatever like Bollywood they are making some Hollywood movies, and not Hollywood, some Tollywood movie like South Indian movies and Bollywood movies. So everything I want to watch
So, I
for
think
my
you
train.
know how to speak Hindi too, or do you understand Hindi well, right?
Yeah, ma'am. I belong from Madhya Pradesh, and our mother tongue is Hindi. So
Okay, Madhya
I know
Pradesh. Okay. So, what kind of movies do you watch?
every type. Like if someone make anything, so I want to watch like what they are making.
Oh wow. So there, if you are crazy about movies like this much,
Yeah.
so there must be some actor or actresses you follow or
Yeah.
you like very
Like I
much.
am curious to watch like what they are making. If they are making something, so if there is anything sense, like I can learn a little bit from there, but I want to watch.
Now I got why the interest is this much, because you are a vlogger. So you want to observe every angle of camera and how they are acting, how they're, and the same time you want to become a good communicator, public speaker. So I think you observe the way they speak, observe the way they present themselves. Okay, now
Yeah, yeah.
this is happening with me too. I wasn't the person who enjoy watching movies a lot. I used to
Hmm.
watch just to pass my times if I have free time. But nowadays, when I watch, I really like too much, like the way they speak, the way they carry themselves. Like it is not real, but how they show in the movie, right? It really affects a lot. It really inspires a lot. And Again, I want to become a good communicator, so I observe each and everything and how they are acting, how they are coming to the stage, everything I also enjoy. So do you watch podcasts too, as you are trying to become a public speaker? So maybe you watch some public speak
Yeah, yeah,
podcasters.
yeah. I used to watch like Hindi podcast. I used to watch, and some of English also. Uh, do you heard about Ranveer Ilahabadi?
Everyone knows, I
Yeah,
guess.
so yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to watch. Yeah,
Hmm. Ranbir
like
Alawadi. Yeah,
what?
on channel he makes in Hindi, but on Beer Biceps he makes in English podcast. Hmm.
So I just want to like get more and more content from YouTube. Uh, Nowadays I'm focusing more and more on English only.
Okay. So, but from your talk till now, I have got that you watch movies also mostly in Hindi. You watch podcasts also in Hindi. So how are you learning English?
Like you, ma'am, I have seen generally parallelly I am doing both things, like from Hindi broadcast and from Hindi things for my entertainment and for my knowledge, for my learning things. I used to watch English content, like I have seen you on YouTube,
Hmm.
and like from when the last 1 month, from last past 1 month I am watching you continuously. So
Wow, thank you so
uh,
much.
yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So
Uh,
parallelly, I'm doing both things. Like Hindi for my entertainment because it's my native language, so I can get more fun. And English, like I'm learning English, I'm not very good, and so mm, for learning purpose, I'm used to watch English.
I think you are already an eloquent speaker. You are just doubting that I'm not very good. Here and there, you are making some grammatical mistakes, but you can improve drastically, and you are already an eloquent speaker. You are even confident while speaking. Okay, so tell me, do you make vlogs in English or in Hindi? Which language?
Yeah, it's, ma'am, I can say mix, not completely Hindi, not completely English. So
Okay.
both.
So tell me one thing. I sometimes think that I should start vlog channel too. So tell me one thing: how to record vlogs with front camera or with the second one, like back camera. I
Uh,
don't.
it's depend on you, ma'am. Actually, if you want to give some information to your subscribers, to your viewers, so there is no need to show your face. Like you can just capture the things and present whatever you have in your mind. You can share your knowledge with them.
Hmm.
And some of people who really likes you, who really wants to watch you, if people like some of people they want to see you. So
Hmm.
that time you can use your front camera. You can use both things.
Hmm.
Sometimes you can show your face and you can explain the things, and after that you can show the real things what where you are.
Hmm.
And yeah, this is the way.
How do you record with front camera?
Yeah, some of time like whenever I want to uh, show myself, then
Hmm.
only. Otherwise if I want to go for any historical place, and that place, like things are more important as compared to me, so I just record from back camera.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay. So, do you do that voiceover too after recording your
Yeah,
videos? You do
yeah,
voiceover. So it
yeah.
means you are trying to become a storyteller too.
Yeah, can
Uh,
say.
Okay. So how long have you been running the channel?
I'm running this channel from last 1.5 year, near around 2 years, but I am not like in between. It's on and off process sometime. Like I am student too, so
Hmm.
for study, and like I was working also in a construction company as a junior engineer. So that time I used to make some information video for construction related,
Hmm.
and it's based on situation. So nowadays I am on and off.
Okay, okay. So are you planning to start any new channel too in future?
Yes, ma'am, I want to.
So what would be the niche?
Sorry.
What would be the niche? What kind of content you would like to share with audience?
Ma'am, I just want to share my traveling blogs only.
Traveling goals. Yeah.
Like
From your
everyone wants to explore, yeah, everyone wants to explore new places, but they want to know first what is the budget, like how can we go there with this budget, and what is the way to go, how they can go easily, how they can stay proper with less amount and all these things. So I just want to know all the things first, and I want to share my knowledge with all of them.
Okay, great. Okay. Now I want to know, as you mentioned that you want to become a public speaker, good communicator, you are working on yourself too. So, where are you still lacking, and what are the areas that you think you need improvement?
I'm grammatically mistake. I generally making grammatically mistake in, like if I want to say some past things, so like that place I am lacking, and some of places lots of, like not some of places, lots of time I'm making grammatically mistake. So like lots of people said to me,
Hmm.
your way of speaking is good, but you
Yes.
are making grammatically mistake. So I just want to improve that area,
So,
because
what are the
that,
hmm? Because
yeah, because yeah, the thing is that, like I did my studies from Hindi medium, and I belong from rural area, and there is no environment. So from that place to come this place, it's really very hard journey for me. Like I did lots of practice and hard work.
hmm.
So like this thing, like I want to correct
Improve
like, I want to correct my grammatical mistake.
grammatical mistakes. Okay. So, what are the steps you take to encounter the issue?
Ma'am, steps are like I'm good listener first. Like whatever you are saying, so I'm trying to learn from you. Like
Hmm.
if I want, I try to understand what you are saying, and like I'm trying to note all the things.
Hmm.
Like while conversation, after conversation,
Hmm.
and I try to implement on next conversation. For
Hmm.
making conversation, I'm using nowadays Joe Talk.
Okay, so you are talking to people nowadays. You are practicing with co-learners.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
So
Daily for near around 30 minutes to 1 hour, I used to talk
30 minutes to 1 hour you talk every day,
every day.
every day. And how much? How many hours do you listen?
It's ma'am, it's also near around 1 hour.
1 hour. Do you
And
read?
it's not like that around, it's not countable actually. Whenever I am free, I just used to watch English content on.
English content. Okay. So we can say more or less it would be 2 to 3 hours in a day.
Yeah,
You can count 2 to 3 hours. And 30 minutes to 1 hour you speak every day. How many hours do you read every day?
same 1 hour.
1 hour you read. Okay. Do you learn words separately?
Yes, separately. But like when I'm reading books now, there is lots of word who I'm not familiar with that word, so I'm noting down them, and try to
Hmm.
find the meaning. And
Hmm.
if I'm comfortable with that kind of word, I try to use my in my conversation.
Okay, we will talk about that too, familiar words and not familiar words. First, see, you are an intermediate. I want to give you a right roadmap here if you want to follow. You are an intermediate. If a intermediate people should focus equally on both the parts, on input and output. Like it should be 50-50. Okay, so they should be equal. There should be a balance. So if I talk about yourself, your input is around 4 hours, including reading and listening both. 4 hours.
Yeah.
Your output practice is just for 30 to 1 hour. So balance. If that is 4 hour, this is 1 hour, then you can balance it like two and a half. You can allot or devote to reading and listening practice. 2.5 hours you can allot to your speaking practice, or you can
Okay.
separate it into three parts. One part listening and reading, second part you are learning 2 to 3 words, and then one grammatical pattern you feel you are
Okay.
weak at. Only one grammatical pattern for a week, so you can utilize that in output. So for 1 hour if you are focusing on 2 to 3 words, writing down some sentences, and then you are working on that one grammatical pattern, then you switch to the output. Then you go there on the application, talk to people, use that grammatical pattern, Okay, as much as possible, use that words, then do the output. So all three, the amalgamation of all three will help you a lot. You will be able to see an immense improvement in yourself if you follow this. This is what I just
Yes.
wanted to share. Now let's talk about not familiar words. You note down the words which you are not familiar with, right? Tell me first, what about the words which you are familiar with? Are you able to use those words?
Yes.
All the words if you are familiar with.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't understand. Could you please?
See, while reading and while listening, sometimes we get the words which we know already. Like if while reading, I get a word that is imperative. I know the word imperative is important,
Hmm.
right? I know the word. I am familiar with the word, but I'm not able to use the word. So what do you do for that particular word? Or are you able to use every word which you know?
No, ma'am. Like I'm trying to use that kind of word. Which one is effective? Like I'm
Hmm.
telling to you, so you can understand.
Hmm.
If I'm using a typical word in front of you, like you know as very well, you are a really very great communicator. And if you are talking with me in higher level of English, so like I am stuck that time. I will not able to make conversation with you. So as I am doing, like I know some of typical words, but I am not using if it's not required.
If it is not required, that is even a great strategy when you talk to people, but still try to use because I understand that if I use any advanced word, you will be not able to understand, or maybe any other person or a beginner will not be able. But at the same time, the beginner is here to learn something new. If I will not use, he
Mhm.
will be at the same place. He will be able to recall the words only he knows. Okay, but in the one
Mhm.
session, if he get one word and he thinks like, oh, I didn't get the meaning or what she or after the session he will search, and then he will be able to add one more word in his dictionary. So like this, I
Yeah,
try to create the environment. Otherwise, the in the with the same level he joined my session, and with the same level or with the same English he will left my session. He will leave my session. So what is the meaning of attending the session with me? Because these are the practice sessions. These are the like when you come here and you learn something new. At least learn one new word if you are a beginner, right? But in your case,
yeah.
you are already doing the input, you are learning words, you are reading, you are speaking. So everything is perfect already. And you are even good at speaking. Only, yeah, as you mentioned, grammatical errors you make sometimes. One I would like to tell you that is when you use I takes only V1 form. As you shared, I belongs to. It should be I belong to, right?
Okay.
That you can improve by speaking or practicing a lot about yourself, especially about your daily routine. I wake up, I go, I eat, I meet, I talk, anything that takes one V1 form. Okay. Second, as when you use have or has or had. As you said, I have read only few books. I have read only few books. Has, have, had takes V3. You know that, right? That's why I'm
Yeah.
telling you focus on the input equally. So learning two to three new words and then one grammatical pattern for a week. So you will be able to grasp it properly. You will be able to imbibe it properly. Is there any new word for you today? Imbibe, grasp, you know?
Yeah.
Great, then great. Okay. But maybe people on
No,
YouTube,
no, like I heard first time this word.
imbibe.
Yeah.
Imbibe, you are just drinking something, like taking it wholeheartedly, properly.
Okay.
Actual meaning is when you drink something, imbibing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any question that you want to ask? Any doubt if you have?
Sorry, ma'am.
Any question that you want to ask?
Yes, ma'am. Like, I just want to know about your journey. Like, I saw your videos.
Hmm.
You told us like you was not also a very good fluent speaker from your childhood. So
Yes.
tell me your journey little bit, like which is little bit different whatever you said in your past videos.
Little bit different. How it could be different because I have shared 500-600 videos and I repeated all the things. I have shared all the things already. A little bit different. Hmm.
Like, give me one or two tips. which will be good for me, like whatever you have follow.
Mm, I think you are intermediate, so let me share with you as an intermediate. As an intermediate, I faced a plateau situation. A plateau, you know, right? When you are putting
Yeah.
your 100%, but you feel stuck. You feel like there is no improvement, there is no change. So at that time, I guess shadowing is one. One is shadowing. If you come that plateau situation ever in life, start following shadowing after that, and writing skills. Even not after that, if you want to incorporate these habits or these tips right now in your practice, you can incorporate. One is shadowing, second is writing. Because writing, I believe, and I have read in many books that, hello,
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
because writing is one thing I believe, and I have seen or I have read in some of the books that writing is the slowest process of articulating your thoughts. So it helps you to choose the important, the imperative thought in a well structured manner. It helps you, and when you write, you train your mind deliberately that this is the right thought and this is the right way to construct this sentence. Okay, so that is one tip which will help you come out of or get rid of the intermediate plat. Okay, yeah, yeah. One more thing I want to add you here is focus on pauses. Pauses.
Pauses.
Very, as you want to become a public speaker, so pauses again makes your speaking very effective. Very effective, you know, if you know where to pause and how many yeah, how many seconds you need to pause. Sometimes you need only 1 second pause, sometimes you need 5 second pause in public speaking. Especially you can observe people who give speeches on stage, so you will get uh, and when you get one thing in your mind, like, okay, in this video I'm going to focus on pauses, then you feel more focused and you will be able to get what you actually want to learn from the video, from the speaker. Okay, so focus on one thing at a time. That will also help you a lot. Yeah. Anything else that I can help you with?
uh, one more thing I want to ask you, like how this thought came into your mind to start a YouTube channel.
Mm, it was just very, I didn't put that much thought into it. But one habit I have, that is, when you start something, start it with wholeheartedly. So I really thought deliberately for a really long period of time about the name of my YouTube channel. That is Try to Thrive. So that is what, if you start something, start with wholeheartedly and follow it. And I'm telling you, I have been continuously, I was persistent on YouTube. I don't miss many days in between. Like if I decide to upload one video every day, I follow that. If I decide to upload thrice a week, 3 videos a week, I follow that. So be very consistent, whatever you do, be very authentic and at least true to yourself. So I feel content because whatever I decide, I do that. Come rain or shine, I follow those things. So when I started, it was just because at that time I started my speaking journey actually. So what I found on YouTube was people were sharing their journey who were learning the language. So I also thought that if I start a YouTube channel, I would be able to be consistent with the practice, right?
Hmm.
So then my mind will not start, will not make excuses that, oh, today I can skip the practice or maybe I'll do later. So that's why I just started the YouTube channel to share my journey, at the same time to be consistent, and from my videos people would also be able to learn something. So that thought was in my mind, and I started the channel. Yeah. Yes. Okay, then now we can wind this session up right here. I hope I this session really helped you, or maybe if not all, maybe one or two tips will help you in your journey. And yeah, thank you
Yes,
so
yes,
much
ma'am.
for coming
Thank
along.
you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for watching. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah, have a,
Bye bye. Have a great day ahead.
you too, ma'am. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.